had some opportunities early to go up 17-7. We have a hard time getting off the field defensively. Quarterback's legs certainly hurt us in the game. And then offensively, don't get much going in the second half other than the one drive for the touchdown. So got to find some ways to run the football. You can't get into a one-dimensional game. That's why you give up 7 sacks. We got beat at times schematically. We got beat personnel-wise at times. So we got to figure out some ways to generate more points. And we can't fumble in the red zone, miss another field goal. Those are some reoccurring themes of issues and not finishing drives. So we've got a lot of football to play, and our guys will rebound and regroup. The guys played extremely hard in the game. Extremely proud of their effort, but we didn't come here to win the game. We didn't get it done. I open up for any questions.
Will, you're up 10 in the third. Running game has not been working that well. Why run there?
Well, again, there was a couple of those were RPOs where we felt they jumped and gave us the run box, and we felt decent about hitting the runs. We hit the 34-yard on the power, to start the third quarter there. So we felt like there were some things in the run game that we did feel good about. So, at the end of the day, you go back but we've got to be able to stay balanced, David. At the end of the day, we can't get into a launch pad on the quarterback, and that's what happened late in the game.
Schematically, did you see anything specific with how Mond kind of started to get going in the running game later?
No, I mean, I think that some of those were scrambles, some of those were in man-to-man coverage, and we get displaced in a gap, and we had a hard time running him down. So I had a couple designed quarterback runs. They did a nice job, especially on the 1 down before we made the stop. I think there was 5 minutes to go in the game. We got bounced out of a gap in that situation, but give him credit. He made some plays when he needed to.
Will, you had to put DJ in at right tackle there. How much of that late game stuff was they knew you couldn't run, and how much of it was an offensive line that's kind of all over the place personnel-wise?
Well, I think probably a mixture of both. I think they came after us a little bit. They stemmed and got in a bear look, and John does a lot of that and created a lot of one-on-ones. And we had a missed protection on the 1 down before we punted to give them the last series and making the stop there. So, we had a couple protection issues we've got to work through.
Will, how is Malik Young and Jemias?
Jemias is fine. Malik's got an ankle. I will know more next week.
What was the situation with Terry?
Terry's fine. He's in the locker room right now. They was all precautionary. He was moving everything. He got hit pretty good. And they wanted to make sure they checked everything out, and the A&M people and our people did an outstanding job.
So when he left the field, you guys felt good that he was?
Yeah, he was fine. They wanted that was totally precautionary to make sure that everything was good. He was fine.
Will, do you and Kurt have to have a sit down and talk about the offensive direction, or are you satisfied?
Well, we got to get more. We got to get more production. Bottom line, you can't continue to go and think you're going to beat people scoring 17 points and 10 points. It's just not going to happen.
Does it just come down to scoring, or does it come with some offensive identity problems, or where do you go?
Well, again, I think when you're 1 of 6 and kicking field goals, there's some issues there. We've had 2 turnovers. We've had a turnover on downs in the red zone. I mean, it's not that we haven't been moving the ball at times. We moved the ball at times tonight, and we've just got to create more opportunities in the run game, which will help us throw the ball better. But we've got to be more productive from a production standpoint, points-wise. It's just hard. It's hard to be perfect on defense, and that's what we have to be right now.
Yeah, after going down 17-7, I think it was 4 straight 3-and-outs. Did the defense just kind of weigh it down?
Well, I don't know that. We're out there to make stops. When you're out there, regardless of how many snaps you played, really doesn't matter. You got to make stops.
Any theme that you can see? You got the moment on the 3rd downs. It's been a problem all year. Your guys converting 3rd downs.
We went back through it, looked through it last week, and felt like we were doing some good things. And we just whether it was a protection issue, a route issue, we've had multiple issues. We'll go back and look at it again this week. That's all I can tell you.
Did you see anything specific coming together in some of those bigger play passes?
Well, the scramble pass to Shy was they busted the coverage and didn't cover the guy down the middle, so that was a good job on Jake just escaping in that situation. I thought, we had an explosive play to Shy on a pressure situation where we sided the ball. Brian had a couple explosive plays in the passing game, so got to continue just to be more efficient throwing it and find ways to run the football.
Coming in with Zach and Corey out and some of the other injuries you've had on your offensive line, was this just not the right night to face the team that leads the SEC in sacks?
we're not going to make excuses. At the end of the day, you got to block the guys.
How's Jake doing? I saw you kind of took a big hit on that final drive.
He's fine.